Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Capricorn. If Capricorn is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so Capricorn, our card tonight is the Knight of Swords, or the King of Swords in other tarot systems. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look and see what do these tea leaves have to say. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Also, if you want to hit the like button or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so I want to start over here. We have that Knight of Swords energy. So that is one of probably great clarity. Also, I almost always kind of think of the Knight of Swords as being kind of the investigator, right? Somebody who just is really good at looking at a situation and noticing all of the little details, all of the variables, all of the comings and goings, all of the things, right? A lot of experience with people, with life, with, even possibly like academia or like whatever, field you've gone into. Very, very learned, okay? Clever, sharp, all those things. So we have that energy. Now, we have up here, it looks like a goddess figure. I am looking at this as a mother, older sister, grandmother, some woman archetype, or an archetype of a woman, a feminine archetype, that it must be a caregiver of some kind, right? It doesn't have to be like your mother who raised you. But somebody in your life, it could be though, right? It could be. And they just were everything. I mean, everybody was drawn to them. They were beautiful, open, accepting, inclusive. It's like wherever they walked, flowers were growing beneath their feet. They were just enchanting. And I just feel there was such an essence and aura. And I'm saying in past tense because, listen, we have the X right here. Now, I don't know that they have transitioned. And actually, I have an inkling that they have not. Because we turn this way. And it looks like we have the same person, but they've gotten older. You can see the head here, the body, right? The little feet. And they've aged a little bit, right? And I feel that, and you can see there's an eye here, a mouth, and a tear. I feel like this is somebody who, in the many years of their youth, right, felt so much themselves. Had an idea of what life was about, what they were doing, right? Raising a family, probably having a job, a career, following their passions, their desires, love affairs. Maybe they were with your father. But somebody who had a lot of just passion just kind of exuding from them and brightening everything around them. Now something happened. Something happened at some point. And we have these dogs lying at the feet of the kind of, you know, mom in her elder years, or whoever, mother figure, mentor. But we also have over here, we have, it looks like the Knight of Cups. Okay, we have the body, the head, here are the legs. Here's the cup, the jumbo enormous grail, this emotional vessel. I'm looking at this, what this says. I'm going to read it as HK. H period, K period. So initials maybe. So now we have the Knight of Cups, which is maybe my favorite archetype. To me, it is the beloved. Now, we also have a person here holding a bird. Now, what does this have to do with all of you? Now, I think that in this change in your person, I mean, this is the person, they were like the sun to you, right? And descending into this place where maybe there was some depression, maybe there was grief, loss of identity, becoming somewhat cynical and removed from the family. But I also feel like with the two dogs at the feet, I feel like there are maybe this other siblings or family members, or maybe this is like a boyfriend, a significant other, a life partner, whoever, right? And very protective of the mother of this person. Keeping a wall around them, kind of, right? And I feel like this is where you come in. There's a sense of really wanting to be able to communicate with them. That's the bird, holding the bird. But also emotionally to be in an emotional place with this person, to be able to connect heart to heart. But I feel like there is just this blockage, this inability to get in there. And I feel like it in some ways kind of torments you. This is one of the great hurts of your life. Because it seems like your mother, your aunt, your grandmother, whoever this was, at one time was so close with you. Was so full of life. Laughing, I can hear laughing and dancing and enjoying, just enjoying the moment to be with family. And whatever took place, it feels like it changed them. I don't think that's something that you've gotten over. You've never gotten over that. I think at times that probably there's a little bit of anger and resentment, because it does almost feel like abandonment. And this could be that like your parents got divorced and your mom just never recovered from it. Whatever happened, or maybe she was widowed, or, whatever happened, it just really feels like she gave up on the life that she was leading, right? And now she has something else, but she feels like a different person. And I feel like for you, it feels a little like she's unreachable. Now, I want to go ahead. I want to take a look. We're going to look at the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. And I'm just going to, I want to ask, like, where this has come up for some reason. So where are we headed? Right? What's going to be the next step here? Right? And now if mom or this beloved figure in your life has already transitioned, right? Passed away. What kind of work are we doing to maybe kind of heal some of this pain, this hurt that you carry with you? All right, so I'm going to pick 3 and we're just going to see here. Okay, ostentation. So kind of showy, kind of very elaborate and gaudy feeling. Innovation. To me, this is just already reiterating kind of this mom energy. Somebody who just really had a whole, like they were the atmosphere itself. Like they walked into a room and everybody stopped to look at them because of, you know, their beauty, their smile, their laugh, their clothing, you know, just everything put together so well. You know, and I think in the prime of things, when everything was kind of running pretty smoothly, I feel there was, yeah, this sense of having a brilliant mother, somebody who is very involved in evolving the family and her career, her work, you know, but I think prone to the whims of romance, most definitely. And I wonder if this is where the pain came from, you know, the romance. And maybe she ends up being kind of a serial monogamous, somebody who's always in a relationship and one ends and immediately finds another to begin. And it just is like, you know, fragments of self falling away with each love affair. And being the child of something like this, I think probably pretty painful, you know, and maybe even affected the way that you dated or, you know, the kinds of relationships that you have had. Now I want to do 2 more. Yeah, I'm going to do 1 more. Speculation. Okay. So I do feel that there's kind of been maybe this coping mechanism that you have had to kind of create for yourself, right? Because having somebody who really was so involved with you, so just almost like the perfect person, you know, caretaker, role model, mentor, family member, beloved, you know, and then suddenly for this to kind of slip away, I feel like it's almost kind of like in some of your relationships, friendships, partnerships, work, whatever, you are kind of always trying to please the people that you want to stay entangled with. Oops. And I feel like maybe that there is a sense of the same kind of being a bit of a romantic, somebody who is prone to, you know, maybe seduction, love, and maybe physical, right? Sensuality and all that coupling and things. I'm never sure how I should say that. But I think that, you know, at times it's caused you a lot of heartache. Because you're strongly yourself. And, you know, I think at times it's like you're just tired of trying to be so many things for so many people. You know? And so this is where the speculation comes in. And I think that this is really a lot about you looking at yourself and how you've been affected by the way that you've lived, by the way that people around you have lived. Now, I'm not saying that it's like you're going to therapy to blame everything on your mom, right? Although sometimes, listen, we have to go through that process so that we can loosen the strain of, our childhood, or, you know, our parents are humans. They make mistakes. They, you know, can do awful things and make huge, you know, glaring just missteps and be selfish and, you know, all of the things that probably we ourselves at times are guilty of as well. And so I think it's part of the spiritual process is, getting to a place where we can at least try to humanize the people that raised us, right? Now, that doesn't mean we have to forgive them for everything. That doesn't mean we have to understand why they did what they did. But it is part of our own self-histories to figure out, you know, how was I really affected by this? What are the things that developed within myself to survive all of that? And now, those coping mechanisms that I still retain, most likely, when they pop up, do they serve me well? And is it worth looking at? How do I change some of those things? How do I purge some of those reactions, those coping mechanisms, so that I can get into a place where I can live the way that I want to live? I don't want to live out the same story as, you know, the people in my life, because I'm my own person. And I feel like that's, you know, this is really, I mean, it feels like a very Capricorn reading to me. And I being an ascendant Capricorn, I feel very, I relate to this deeply. You know, this is some of the big work of my own life. You know, all of us, we're all trying to figure it out, you know, the things that went on when we were young little things. And, you know, I think it is most worthy. It is definitely most worthy. Now, I do feel that there is a great love for you. We have the number 60 down here as well. 60. But I do feel like there's a great love for you. And somebody who you will have a bond with, a relationship with. Now, you might already be married to them. You maybe have been married for 30 years, you know. This might be somebody that you have met already or somebody that you will be meeting. But I do feel like there is a person for you, okay? And part of this work is about getting into a place where you can receive the love that you want, that you can give the love that you want in a way that is deeper and deeper. I think that's part of why we have such connected relationships with people. It's because we learn. You know, you could be married for years and find out, okay, well, I have a blockage here in this certain area. And it's kind of getting in the way of my ability to fully be in this relationship. And I want to figure out, how do I undo this damage here? How do I let go of this stuff? How do I clear it out? Because I want to get the blood flowing. I want to be connected. I want to go to that deepest level. But the work has to be continued. We go layer after layer, tunnel after tunnel. And it is our work to get those waters, that blood, that, you know, that thing, that mana, that nectar of the gods, to get it flowing through our very being and in our connections to others. Okay, so we're going to do some lucky numbers. I'm going to do 3 of them. I got this big old die. It's like it's like a huge golf ball. Maybe I think it's a little bigger than a golf ball. But it's 1 through 100, and I'm just going to pick 3 numbers. I'm going to roll it and get 3 numbers. I got to figure this out. I want to do lucky numbers. If you want to let me know in the comments, how many lucky numbers should I be pulling? And do you think 1 through 100 is a good place to go? Like, or should it be just like 1 through 30 or 1 through, you know, whatever. Give me your ideas in the comments, because I want to flesh this out so we can figure it out and make it work. Okay, so we're going to do 3. Ooh. Okay, so this one is 50. We have 50. 3, 50, number 3, 62. 53, 62. All right. So 50, 3, 62. All right. Now we're also going to do our Scentsy Child affirmation cards. Just a nice little closing, kind of like a little prayer. That's what I like these ones because they're really short and it just feels good. It's like a little mantra. Okay, let's see. We're going to stop right there. And it says, I am authentic with my words and actions. I am authentic with my words and actions. All right. Well, Capricorn, I'm so thankful to have spent this time with you. And I want to tell you, I love you and I thank you and I thank you. If you want to subscribe, if you want to hit the like button, if you want to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. It is free to subscribe, and all the engagement stuff really helps the channel. So I appreciate it all. Other than that, again, I just want to tell you I love you. Take care of yourself. We're going to talk in a few days. Good night. Good night. Good night.